Bryce, what are you doing?
Trying to, game.
What?
This game is really hard.
Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Dude, you're supposed to be playing the game for next week's episode of Arcade Bookshop.
I mean, I will. I'm really close to beating this.
Right. And what about the book?
Huh?
We're supposed to finish a book for the podcast too?
Oh, yeah. I finished that last week. Yes!
Oh, did you finally beat it?
Uh-huh. The first level.
Oh, boy.
Listen up now, we can leave on. Get ready for Arcade Bookshop. With your ball, we play a game, check it out. Don't be lame. Listen up now, we can leave on. Get ready for Arcade Bookshop.
You can listen to new episodes of Arcade Bookshop every other Monday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your pods. You'll always find us with a controller in one hand and a book in the other.
It's cold open. We talk about things and we say things in the cold open.
Words
you
and
cough
stuff.
into the mic and we
Yeah.
just keep going and
You know,
going and
saying
talking.
things and
just say words. And, all right, cold open over. We get the 20 seconds of fucking nonsense. I just fucking, you know what? That's good enough. You are listening to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb James. With me, as always, Spencer, the Mississippi Mongrel Masher Church. Mangling would have been better than mashing, I think. Mashing, that's a rough act.
Yeah.
I mean, mangling's bad, but I feel like if you're mangling mongrels, you could use machine. How do you mash? Hydraulic press?
I was just stomping.
Ooh, that's grisly. So you're just in like a grape thing full of gross dogs? Or, I mean, if it's mongrels, it could be.
There can be people mongrels.
There are people mongrels. I didn't want to say it. You said it. I think you're allowed to call them that anymore. We have a highbrow episode for you now.
Oh, now we do?
Yeah, it went highbrow. So we recorded, and you know what? I'll attach that whole clip, that whole 15 minutes of shit to the end of this episode. We started recording an episode, had a terrible cold open, and then my wife wanted to do the introduction, and she fucking just bumbled that out.
just fumbled it.
And there's something in there that's making us cough because my lungs are fucking sore. I don't know what's going on. Might be COVID. Who knows? And then we just went on some stupid topic that neither of us are qualified to discuss. And then we gave up.
We just bailed on it.
And then I said, we need to do a better episode. So I was like, I'll just find a topic for us to discuss. And then I came up with the brilliant idea. We discussed many times now James Joyce's love letters to his woman, which fart letters.
Yeah, the fart fiction.
Yeah, it's not really fiction if he really did it, though.
Or wants to do it.
Or
some of it wants to be doing.
Yeah. So that got me thinking, are there any other such letters from other famous people? So I looked it up, and it's hard to find. I don't know. I don't know if these are gross. Probably not. But 15 famous love letters from celebrities and historical figures.
Just real quick before you get into that, can you just imagine, like, the Hemingway version of that? It'd just be like, fart in your face and enjoy it. And that's the letter.
My dearest Hadley, I want to use your ruddy cheeks and use my ruddy cheeks. And both of our cheeks could be ruddy as the flatulence flabbergast your... Flabbergast isn't the right word. I just like the imagery of flabbing and flapping and
the gasping,
the cheeks and the ruddiness. The ruddy. Everything's ruddy. You don't know what cheeks are ruddy. So we are discussing these things. Let's just jump right into it.
All right,
because this is from Country Living.
Okay,
but it's not an article. It's just it looks to be excerpts from the letters, which is good because then I don't have to steal. Steal from famous dead people. You won't guess the first on this list. You won't guess a single person on this list.
No, I probably don't know any of these people.
Abigail Adams to John Adams. He was one of our presidents. Do you remember which one?
It was one of the early ones.
Yeah.
Like 4th or 5th?
Yeah, it's something. December 23rd, 1782. This is a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty far back. Wait a minute. I'm assuming Abigail Adams was his wife. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a love letter, but she starts it with, my dearest friend.
Oh.
Ooh, right to the...
Ooh.
Ooh, that gets you. That's not...
That's bad if your wife friend zones you.
Yeah. I mean, all wives do that.
Well,
but
let's just hope it's not like his sister.
Nah, I doubt it. Should I draw you the picture of my heart? It would be what I hope you would still love, though it contained nothing new. I hope it's not his sister. The early possession you obtained there, and the absolute power you have obtained over it, leaves not the smallest space unoccupied. I took back to the early days of our acquaintance and friendship as to the days of love and innocence, and with an indescribable pleasure, I have seen near a score of years roll over our heads with an affection heightened and improved by time, nor have the dreary years of absence in the smallest degree effaced from my mind the image of the dear unentitled man to whom I gave my heart. Good Lord. That lady could write. I don't know what she said, but she could write.
It was kind of wholesome. And also didn't sound like she was putting out at that point in time.
No, it did not sound too dirty. So I am interested to see how these progress. I don't know if there is a time progression or if we're going to just jump around. But I am interested because, we always talked about, like, why were they so eloquent in those old Civil War letters? But then maybe it's just because those were the ones that survived. And the guy's like, I got shot in the leg with a cannonball. My knee hurt bad. Like, maybe that didn't, survive the sands of time there. Next up is Ludwig van Beethoven, to Unknown. And it's called Immortal Beloved. And he was a big wig. I don't know if you knew that. He wore a big fucking wig. Ooh, big fucking wig. Big fucking wig. Big fucking wig. Even in bed, my ideas yearn towards you, my immortal beloved, here and there joyfully, then again sadly, awaiting from fate. Whether it will listen to us, I can only live either altogether with you or not at all. Yes, I have determined to wander about for so long far away, until I can fly into your arms and call myself quite at home with you, can send my soul enveloped by yours into the realm of spirits. Yes, I regret it must be. You will get over it, all the more as you know my faithfulness to you. Never another one can own my heart, never. And that goes on for goddamn ever.
Yeah, that didn't seem like it was going to end anytime
It
soon.
doesn't. There's like 4 more paragraphs, but he ends it with, what longing and tears for you, my life, my all, farewell. Oh, go on beloving me. Never doubt the faithfulest heart of your beloved. L. Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours. And she's probably reading that like, get on with it already. Jeez, dude. Okay. This one. Prince Albert to Queen Victoria. Now, he's the inventor, if I'm correct, of the penile ring. He's not, probably, but it's just named after him. But why? Why would it be named after him if he didn't have something in his schlong?
Right? Like,
Hunk of, or a big ring.
Big bolt.
Dearest, deeply loved Victoria, I need not tell you that since we left, all my thoughts have been with you at Windsor, and that your image fills my whole soul. Even in my... It fills her whole soul. Even in my dreams, I never imagined that I should find so much love on earth. How that moment shines for me still when I was close to you, with your hand in mine. Those days flew by so quickly, but our separation will fly equally so. Ernest, my brother, wishes me to say 1,000 nice things to you, with promises of unchanging love and devotion. Your ever true Albert. These are boring.
Yeah.
These guys are too fucking sappy.
They're not letting it rip.
Wait a minute now. We might get some ripping. We're getting a little more modern. Mark Twain, written as Samuel Long... I know his middle name was Langhorne. Written as Samuel Langhorne Clemens to future wife Olivia Langdon.
What if this one also has the N-word in it a lot?
Oh, man. Lots of rafting. It looks pretty simple, actually. Out of the depths of my happy heart wells a great tide of love and prayer for this priceless treasure that is confined to my lifelong keeping. You cannot see its intangible waves as they flow towards you, darling, but in these lines you will hear, as it were, the distant beating of the surf. Okay, this one, Zelda Sayer to F. Scott Fitzgerald. Zelda was a little crazy. She think she stabbed him once. And she was one of them
Ooh.
stabbing kind of ladies.
That's when you know you got to keep her.
I took down the tracks and see you coming and out of, or should I do like the 20s? I took down the tracks and see you coming and out of every haze. That hurts.
Yeah,
throat to do.
that hurts my ears too.
And out of every haze and mist, your darling rumpled trousers. Yes! Got some fucking rumpled trousers. We might be making some progress here. This might be appropriate for DPW now. I took down the tracks and see you coming, and out of every haze and mist, your darling rumpled trousers are hurrying to me. Ooh. Without you, dearest, dearest, I couldn't see or hear or feel or think or live. I love you so, and I'm never in all our lives going to let us be apart another night. She's a little obsessive. It's like begging for mercy of a storm or killing beauty or growing old. Without you, I want to kiss you so, and in the back where your dear hair starts and your chest. I love you, and I can't tell you how much. To think that I'll die without your knowing. Goofoo. The fuck is that? Goofo. Goofo. You've got to try to feel how much I do, how inanimate I am when you're gone. I can't even hate these damnable people. Nobody's got a right to live but us. Ooh, the fucking assholes. And they're dirtying up our world, and I can't hate them because I want you so. Come quick to me. Lover, lover, darling, your wife. P.S. I hate the Jews.
I was gonna say
It's just that's how I was reading to me.
It sounded like little.
So during this era, you definitely get the melodramatic movie style, like
Oh yeah.
popping in here from like the 1920s and 30s. And then you have the very, like just the writing itself is very modernist with the flowing and the nonsense. And it's very selfish letter. We hate all the peoples, but not all the peoples, just certain peoples. I think they might have been racist people. I know F. Scott Fitzgerald's an asshole and an alcoholic. And if you read Hemingway's memoir, granted that you take it with a grain of salt because you don't know how much of that's true. F. Scott Fitzgerald's a guy I would not want to hang out with. And Zelda Fitzgerald was a lady I wouldn't want to befriend.
Not good people.
No. Oh, this might get steamy.
I mean, that's why he was F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Fuck Scott Fitzgerald. This is going to get real steamy, I think. President Richard Nixon to First Lady Pat Nixon. Ooh, if he doesn't end it with slick dick or something like that. Tricky dick.
I'm not a crook.
Yeah. Dearest heart. Oh, that starts off.
No, that doesn't sound
Don't call a
promising.
woman a heart. That's no good. Dearest heart. And when the wind. By the way, there's lots of dots on these, so I'm thinking they only took excerpts of them, and some of these were way longer.
Maybe.
Yeah. And when the wind blows and the rains fall and the sun shines through the clouds as it is now, he still resolves, as he did then, that nothing so fine ever happened to him or anyone else as falling in love with thee, my dearest heart. Love, Dick. So he did end with Dick, which is good. I feel that was kind of lame.
He probably didn't write that. He probably had like a staff person at the White House write that.
Perhaps, but I would just like to see like one of Trump's love letters.
Oh, can he even write?
Dear bitch, I know it's huge and you like it.
The hugest.
It's the hugest. Some say the biggest ever. I wouldn't go that far. I would say,
But I wouldn't argue.
but I said it's definitely above average. Doesn't look like a mushroom at all. Frida Kahlo to Diego Rivera. I only watched that Frida movie because Selma Hayek was in it. She had some scenes
Yes.
that I enjoyed. And had some LGBTQ love that I very much appreciated.
Yes. That you
I support.
That you support.
I am a supporter. Diego, my love, I'm an ally. Now we get a little Spanish flair, see, because they're very over the top with the love letters, even now. Diego, my love, remember that once you finish the fresco, we will be together forever, once and for all, without arguments or anything, only to love one another. Oh, did I really say arguments? I somehow blocked out the AR. Forever, once and for all, without arguments or anything, only to love one another. Behave yourself and do everything that Emmy Lou tells you. I adore you more than ever. Your girl, Frida. Write me. I like when they say your girl. That makes you feel special. That makes a guy feel just dandy.
Just dandy.
Orson Welles to Rita Hayward. Dearest angel girl, I suppose most of us are lonely in this big world, but we must fall tremendously in love to find it out. The cure is the discovery of our need for company. I mean company in the very special sense we've come to understand since we happen to each other. You and I, The pleasures of human experience are emptied away without that companionship. Now that I've known it, without it, joy is just as unendurable as sorrow. You are my life, my very life. Never imagine your hope approximates what you are to me. Beautiful, precious little baby. Hurry up the sun. Make the day shorter till we meet. I love you. That's all there is to it. Your boy, Orson. I don't like the precious little baby talk.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I was like, yo, boy.
Your boy. Your boy. It's your boy. Ooh, Marilyn Monroe to Joe DiMaggio.
Oh, yeah.
She was a minx, that Marilyn
See,
Monroe.
I think I would want the other letter. I want the Joe DiMaggio to her. Like, I want that letter.
Batters up. I don't know how to tell you just... Mr. President, I don't know how to tell you just how much I miss you. I love you till my heart could burst. All I love, all I want, all I need is you. It still hurts my throat. I think I'm dying, actually. Forever I would be something. I want to be just where you are and be just what you want me to be. I know it's lousy of me to be so late so often, and I promise to try 1,000,000 times harder. I promise. Love, Marilyn. Johnny Cash to June Carter Cash.
Cash to cash.
Cash. Okay, this one starts off right, so I'm gonna do it some justice.
Yeah, so do you have a Johnny Cash voice?
I do not. I don't have any voice right now. My fucking throat's fucked up for some reason.
Just get some of that burn, 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 ring of fire.
Burn. So Johnny Cash to June Carter Cash. Hey, June. That's really nice, June. You've got a way with words and a way with me as well. The fire and excitement may be gone now that we don't go out there and sing them anymore, but the ring of fire still burns around you and I, keeping our love hotter than a pepper sprout. Love, John.
You know it's going here. I wonder if that letter was written before or after that song.
I don't know. Another one. Johnny Cash to June Carter Cash again. Happy birthday, princess. We get old and we get used to each other. Could you imagine? So romantic.
Could you imagine writing that in a card to Mindy? It's on her birthday.
He's living in the fucking shed. Oh. We get old and we get used to each other.
One of the truest things I've ever heard.
Oh, God. Happy birthday, princess. We get old and we get used to each other. We think alike. We read each other's minds. We know what the other wants without asking. That's what a girl always wants to hear. We get old. We get used to each other. Sometimes we irritate each other a little bit. Maybe sometimes take each other for granted. But once in a while, like today, I meditate on it and realize how lucky I am to share my life with the greatest woman I ever met. You still fascinate and inspire me. You influence me for the better. You're the object of my desire, the number one earthly reason for my existence. I love you very much. Happy birthday, Princess John. I don't think he was a romantic.
I think that's about as romantic as you can get from him.
Hey, baby, sometimes we rub each other's corns and bunions. This might be good. Jimi Hendrix to unidentified girlfriend. Oh, man, I don't like this one. Leonard stars. Especially what I know about rock stars in the 60s and 70s. I don't like it. Starts with, little girl.
Oh.
Happiness is within you. So unlock the chains from your heart and let yourself grow. Like the sweet flower you are. I know the answer. Just spread your wings and set yourself free. Love to you forever. Jimi Hendrix.
Do you think there was like some like acid like folded up into the letter 2 as it like
lick the paper? Elizabeth Taylor to Richard Burton, written shortly before their first divorce. First divorce?
Oh, nice.
They got married a couple times. My darling, my still, my husband. I wish I could tell you of my love for you, of my fear, my delight, my pure animal pleasure of you, with you, my jealousy, my pride, my anger at you at times. Most of all, my love for you and whatever love you can dole out to me. I wish I could write about it, but I can't. I can only boil and bubble inside and hope you understand how I really feel. Anyway, I lust thee, your still wife. P.S. Oh, love, let us never take each other for granted again. P.P.S.
Oh, wrap it up.
How about that 10 years? Yeah. That's good. She's still She's lusting for. I think she just liked that dick.
Yeah.
I think he had a big old fat dick, and she just really liked that dick. Sometimes
I wonder those hogs on him.
you get a little dickmatized, you know. You don't want the man because he's a piece of shit, but that dick, no. How about that big old dick?
Get dick drunk.
That hot dog and dick. You get dick drunk, boy. You go in there and you see that thing slapping them knees, and you're like, I got to get me some of that dick.
Need me some of that dick.
I need some of that dick. Oh, you're gross. Oh, Jesus. Richard Burton to Elizabeth Taylor, written after their first divorce.
Oh, after?
After.
This can go a number of ways.
Baby, you want this dick? Then they'll start like that. It should. You're off, by God. I could barely believe it since I am so unaccustomed. I thought I said uncircumcised. Oh, that's nasty. I am so unaccustomed to anybody leaving me. Dumped his ass. But reflectively, I wonder why nobody did so before. All I care about, honest to God, is that you are happy, and I don't much care who you'll find happiness with. I mean, as long as he's a friendly bloke and treats you nice and kind. If he doesn't, I'll come at him with a hammer and clinker. What's a clinker? The clinker? Which one's the... I know what the hammer is, but what's the clinker? The hammer's that dick. Go get in that dick there, boy.
It just keeps on turning more and more into like Forrest Gump. Like, Johnny wants somebody's dick.
Daddy wants some dick. God's eye may be on the sparrow, but my eye will always be on you. Never forget your strange virtues. Never forget that underneath that veneer of raucous language is a remarkable and puritanical lady. I don't want a puritanical lady. Try and look after yourself. Much love. Big Dick Rich. I don't know why that makes me so happy just to think that he had a big old hog on him. He had one of the Milton Berle hogs. One of them fucking things that are like, ooh, are you born next to a nuclear facility? What the fuck's wrong with you?
How can you walk with that thing?
That is an impediment at this point. President Ronald Reagan to First Lady Nancy Reagan. That's going to be steamy. She was the throat goat, by the way. I don't know. Look it up. Look, if you don't know, just Google Nancy Reagan throat goat,
Yeah.
and you'll be introduced to some fun stories about Nancy Reagan in her Hollywood days.
Oh, wow.
Miss Wholesome was glizzy. She was one of them. Yes. Thanks for the glizzy. Aboard Air Force One, March 4th, 1983. Oh, very presidential. Dear First Lady. You want somebody to dick? I know tradition has it that on this morning I place happy anniversary cards on your breakfast tray, but things are somewhat mixed up. I substituted a gift and delivered it a few weeks ago. Still, this is the day that marks 31 years of such happiness as comes to few men. I told you once that it was like an adolescent's dream of what may... Oh my God, you're just as boring in fucking letters as you are in real life, you dickhead. Fucking stupid. It ends boringly. It ends with...
I was going to say, you did like 3 scrolls on that.
It just keeps fucking going. Oh, that's it. Well, we can't end it on that. You know what we got to end it on, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, none of these are going to ever... Nothing's going to top
No.
the tops. From now on, for starters, we do James Joyce letters. James Joyce love letters. I'll put love letters. Maybe it'll be a little more romantic. We get some more... This is a highbrow episode, obviously.
I'm sure. Is it like a Renaissance episode?
Renaissance? What the fuck are you talking about? Shut your whore mouth. Go get the dick. Who want some of that there dick?
Dick. I think it's like almost like mid-choke in the word dick. Like,
dick. Big Richie Burton with that big old hog on him. They don't let him ride the teeter-totter. It goes boom and the kids go flying.
He is the teeter-totter.
My love for you allows me to pray to the spirit of eternal beauty and tenderness mirrored in your eyes, or to fling you down under me on that soft belly of yours and fuck you up behind like a hog riding a sow, glorying in the open shame of your upturned dress and white girlish drawers, and in the confusion of your flushed cheeks and tangled hair. God, yes! Why is it written so well? Why is smut written so well? Motherfucker, if he had an erotic novel, I would be an erotic novel fan, because that is good. The last drops of seed has hardly been I feel like I've read them all, but then I come across these that I have not read. We only read the fart ones, I think.
How many are there?
There's a good bit. All right, calm yourself.
The last seed.
The last drop of seed has hardly been squirted up your cunt before it is over, and my true love for you, the love of my verses, the love of my eyes for your strange luring eyes, comes blowing over my soul like a wind of spices. He ends it so gracefully. But that, he started hard.
Yeah, he did.
He came in hard on that one.
He started real hard. Finished soft.
Nora, my faithful darling. I bet she hates that. If she knew the internet was ever going to be a thing, I bet she hates that her name was Nora.
That's what she hates? She doesn't hate the fact that he's talking about wanting to, like, fart in her.
Well, if her name was, like, Tiffany or something, like, there's a lot of Tiffany's.
Yeah.
I can't even been that many Noras
Yeah.
in history. I don't know. Nora, my faithful darling, my sweet-eyed blackguard schoolgirl, be my whore, be my... Be my whore, my mistress. As much as you like, my little friggin' mistress, my little fucking whore. You are always my beautiful wildflower of the hedges, my dark blue rain-drenched flower. I think he wrote like that so he could say the most fucked up shit, and then he ends it with that, so it's just like, aww.
There's like a weird compliment sandwich.
It's a cream-filled sandwich. Yeah. Perhaps the horn I had was not big enough for you, for I remember that you bent down to my face and murmured tenderly, fuck up, love, fuck up, love. He had a complex about his wiener size. He ain't no Richard Burton, that's for sure.
Even back then, they were complaining, like, use more of your hips.
Little skinny legs. And his fucking big eye patch.
It's
probably from the fucking internal stink eye he got.
The pink eye. There's no way he never got pink eye. That's so much pink eye.
So that's really why he went blind and shit. I send you a little banknote and hope you may be able to buy a pretty frilly pair of drawers, at least for yourself, out of it, and will send you more when I am paid again. Just wants her to get underpants. 1920s drawers. Oh, I just got rejected by Bodega magazine.
Oh,
it was a terrible story anyway, but I got rejected. I've been waiting for them to reject me for fucking over a year now. Okay. Where was I? The smallest things give me a great cock... What does that mean? The smallest things give me a great cock stand. A whorish movement of your mouth. A little... Don't say this. He's fucking gross. He's fucking gross, Spencer. This fucking guy was a delinquent. He was a degenerate. He was sick in the head. I'm not kink shaming you, James Joyce, but goddamn, this next line's gross. The smallest things give me a great cock stand. A whorish movement of your mouth. A little brown stain on the seat of your white drawers. He's buying her so many underwear.
he's into the scat. He's the poopy.
He's like the poopy. A little brown stain on the seat of your white drawers. A sudden dirty word spluttered out by your wet lips. A sudden immodest noise made by your behind. And then a... Sorry. A sudden immodest noise made by your behind. This is so hard. Keep reading this. Okay. A sudden dry word spluttered out by your wet lips. A sudden immodest noise made by your behind. And then a bad smell. And then a bad smell slowly curling up out of your backside. I thought we read them all, but we definitely didn't read these.
No, this isn't that familiar at all.
We did like 3 episodes on this.
You know what would be a good thing is getting like, as soon as you can find like even just like a robotic reading of these, and so you don't have to try to read them. We can just play them and just listen to them.
Shitty robotic voices. I want Stephen Hawking doing it. Could you imagine Stephen Hawking just a sudden and modest noise made by your behind it? Okay. You know what I like is a lot of people, if they listen through the beginning, they're like, oh, that's fucking boring, wholesome, boring. And then we get to Richard Burton, and it goes downhill hard. Okay. Oh, God. We're only at number 7.
How many are there?
13.
Oh, wow.
At such moments, I feel mad to do it in some filthy way. To feel your hot, lecherous lips sucking away at me. To fuck between your 2 rosy-tipped bubbies. To come on your face and squirt it over your hot cheeks and eyes. To stick it up between the cheeks of your rump and bugger you. That's butt sex.
Yeah.
That's what they say for buggering. Oh, now this is a classic. I don't know if I've ever got through this in one go, but this isn't the whole thing, so this should be, I might be able to get it. At every fuck I give you, your shameless tongue come bursting out through your lips, and if I give you a bigger, stronger fuck than usual, fat, dirty farts came spluttering out of your backside. So it didn't go into the, it does. Number 9. They broke it up. You had an arse full of farts that night, darling, and I...
I remember this one.
You had an arse full of farts that night, darling, and I fucked them out of you. Oh no, I lost the verse. And I fucked them out of you, big fat fellows, long windy ones, quick little merry cracks, and a lot of tiny little nutty farties ending in a long gush from your hole.
Could you just imagine like going up to somebody at like the bar or something and be like, excuse me, ma'am, do you have a lot of farts in your bum? Excuse me, I just wondering because you did. I could fuck them out of you if you like.
That's how it works. So remember how we discussed pink eye?
Yeah.
I hope Nora will let off no end of her farts in my face so that I may know their smell also. Yeah, the farts in the face. He was gross.
He loved his stuff there. He loved his Nora.
So these last ones we did read before, but I'm going to read them again
Yeah.
anyway. Sometime, too, I shall surprise you asleep. Lift up your skirts and open your hot drawers gently. And then lie down gently by you and begin to lick lazily around your bush. You will begin to stir uneasily, and then I will lick the lips of my darling's cunt. You will begin to groan and grunt and sigh and fart with lust in your sleep. Then I will lick up faster and faster like a ravenous dog until your cunt is a mass of slime and your body wriggling wildly. Why is he throwing farts in there? Do you think she was into that or she's just humoring him?
Oh, I'm probably... Well, I mean, imagine trying to have to keep up with what he wants. Like, how much beans are you eating?
Yeah. Fuck me if you can, squatting in the closet. With your clothes up, grunting like a young sow doing her dung. And a big, fat, dirty, snaking thing coming slowly out of your backside.
So those are just like excerpts. They're not full because like
no, these are just little chunks.
Because we've little nuggets.
Little nuggets.
Because we've read some that are like these are like long letters.
Yes, they were long. Very well written. So this is the last one. It just simply says, "Darling, do not be offended at what I wrote."
That almost makes me think of like she was not into any of it at all. Like, she was reading each one of those letters, just like, my fucking god, like just like I'm gonna leave before he makes it back home.
I just like we never got the other side of the letters. I always wanted her side. What if it was just like, yeah, that's cool and all, but maybe I could use the money on something other than underpants.
I like to think that she never responded. He's just constantly sending her letters with no response.
There was no Nora.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks,
I still think you should take some of those, put them off to the side, and for your next anniversary, write a couple of those in the card, and just, give it to Mindy just to see her.
Oh, dearest Mindy, snaking dirty trouser snake.
You're like, what the fuck is this?
A wriggling black mass that comes out of your bum. Let me hear the soft wind that gushes from your cavernous hole. So anyway, if you like this kind of episode,
Oh my
don't
God,
tell us
why?
because we don't want to know what kind of person you are. You can check us out at DPW Podcast on a bunch of stuff on social media. Just look it up. Spencer, I don't even remember what your OnlyFans is today. You had a bunch.
There's been a couple.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel Church. That's probably not it.
No.
And you can check me out at calebjamesk.com. Stick around after the outro music because I will tack on. I don't know if the whole 15 minutes of that last shitty episode, but definitely of the funnier.
There's going to be a good chunk of it on
At
there.
least some of it is just all one big outtake. So anyway, yeah. Sorry about that episode. Yeah, next time we might do better.
Probably not.
You gotta cut that out. All right. You are listening to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. Here are your hosts, Caleb James. I can't do this. Let me do it again. All right. Okay. You are listening to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. Here are your hosts, Caleb James and Spencer, the space-walking spotted salamander.
What?
I don't know if I can do this.
Oh.
You gotta cut it, man. You gotta cut it.
Just keep going. I'll cut it out eventually.
Is that good?
No,
no, not at all.
What you said something about a salamander?
A space-walking spotted salamander?
Yes! That was it.
Oh, she doesn't get the bit.
Never will. I told her it has to be a city, but you're spacewalking.
Okay, well... I gotta think about it now. I had that all planned out good. I thought it was a good one, huh?
It was very interesting.
Okay.
You can go with that. Just do it better.
You are listening to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. Here are your hosts, Caleb James and Spencer, the San Francisco Sea Otter.
That was oddly closer.
Otter.
I'm not made for this. I'm not made for it. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
You need to have it written first.
You know,
She needs a script. She can't ad-lib.
I think you're gonna have to just another day for this. All right. I don't think it's.
You are listening to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb James. With me today, Spencer, the Sudanese sapsucker church.
Why was that so much easier?
I don't know. At this point in the podcast, I don't know if I'm gonna. Why am I so fucking loud again? At this point in the podcast, I don't know if I'm going to have it as the actual intro and then I do a better intro, or if I'm just going to have it as the outtakes at the end. But my wife really wanted to be a part of the show, and she read our spoiler warning for the Becoming the Boogeyman episode, and I forgot to put it in.
Maybe you should throw that in too.
Just throw that in the beginning. Spoiler alert for a book we're not talking about today.
No, but in the end with the other stuff.
Yeah, what the fudge ever.
Hey, Caleb, you wanted to see me?
Ah, Spencer, my good fellow. I've been expecting you.
Yeah, so did you want something or
Want? Goodness, no. Require.
require?
Yes. I require your services for the briefest of moments.
Okay.
Surely you can see the predicament I'm in.
Well, actually, no, I can't. I lost my glasses at the pub last night.
A pub, you say? Surely you can't be serious.
As serious as a fought during a recto exam. And stop calling me Shirley.
Rightio. Anyway, if your spectacles were affixed upon your face, you'd see that I, the host of the most prodigious writing and books podcast in the business, has been immobilized by a rather substantial stack of fallen folios.
What?
My to-read pile finally fell on me while I was taking a nap.
But you're on a podcast table.
I hardly see how that matters.
And you're naked.
I hardly see how that matters.
Dude, your hairy ass is touching my drink coaster.
I hardly see how that matters.
It matters to me.
Can you just unbury me?
No way. Your reckless reading got you into this mess.
Blockhead! Wait! Don't go! There's a copy of War and Peace wedged in my taint. Spencer! Can you at least leave me a bottle of whiskey? Hello? Can't get enough drunken nonsense? Listen to new episodes of the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast every Tuesday wherever you get your pods.